1989. The year Batman took the world by storm. Indiana Jones kept punching Nazis, and Orion Pictures quietly dropped a cinematic nuke called UHF, starring the Prince of Polka, the Sultan of Spoof, the man whose hair looked like it was brewed in a weird science lab, Weird Al Yankovic. Yes, that Weird Al, the parody king, the man who made Eat It and somehow ate a $5 million film budget. UHF is what happens when you give complete creative control to a man whose greatest enemy is normalcy. It's part sketch comedy, part fever dream, part 90-minute audition tape for SNL, but like one written during a sugar crash. Our hero, George Newman, is a daydreamer, the kind of guy who turns taking out the trash into an Indiana Jones adventure. George Newman can't hold a job for more than 10 minutes, so naturally, he's put in charge of a failing TV station.
Harvey, I know somebody who'd be perfect for the job.
Oh yeah? Who's that?
George, dear.
Get it? No way.
The rest is him inventing YouTube before YouTube existed, only with worse resolution and more men in chicken suits. In a world where a man's only plan is to wing it, the women are the ones who actually know what they're doing. Meet Terry Campbell, George's girlfriend, played by Victoria Jackson. She's the voice of reason, the calm in the storm, the only character here who can hold a conversation without it ending in a pie fight.
Nope, he's the last one. So where's George taking you for your birthday?
Café Francais. It's French.
But don't let that sweet voice fool you. She's got the backbone of someone who's dated a guy who once tried to deep fry marbles to see what would happen. And then there's Pamela Finkelstein, played by Fran Drescher.
I'm the new station manager.
You know, when I first took this job, they told me that this position was only temporary, and that eventually, when the time was right, I would be moved up to news, which is really my forte.
The woman has one goal: become a news anchor. She's sharp, sarcastic, and somehow still working here despite her boss occasionally turning into Rambo for no reason. If this station had any budget, Pamela would be running it. Instead, she's surrounded by a man who speaks in spatula metaphors and another who wears a safari hat indoors. In a world where chaos reigns and nobody knows what's going on, it's the women who keep the lights on. The rest of the film is George turning the channel into the weirdest, most lovable corner of television you've ever seen. In a world where librarians are executioners, Gandhi eats steak, and your destiny is a raw fish on a game show, you don't just get a TV station. You get Conan the Librarian, punishing late returns with extreme prejudice.
Tell me where I can find a book on astronomy.
Don't you know the Dewey Decimal System? Conan, the librarian.
I'm sorry, these books are a little overdue.
You get Gandhi 2, a peace icon turned action hero.
Don't move! Snake ride. He's a one-man wrecking crew.
And you get Wheel of Fish, because apparently 1989 audiences were ready for a game show about seafood. But the soul of UHF is Stanley Spadowski, played by a pre-Seinfeld Michael Richards. Stanley is part janitor, part children's
Just
TV
found the
host.
marble in the oatmeal. Lucky little boy. You know why? You get to drink from the fire hose! Open wide!
Part motivational speaker.
It's not as good as my first mop. I miss my first mop.
but this is still a good mop. Sometimes you just have to take what life gives you. Because life is like a mop. And sometimes life gets full of dirt and crud, and bugs and hairballs and stuff. You gotta clean it out. You gotta put it in here and rinse it off and start all over again.
And all heart. In a world where your best friend is a mop and the path to joy is drink from the fire hose. Richards is electric here, goofy, pure, and somehow inspirational. He makes cleaning floors feel like an Olympic sport. Of course, every cult classic needs a villain, and UHF delivers with R.J. Fletcher. He's loud, petty, and so corporate you'd think he was hand-carved out of red tape. Kevin McCarthy plays him like a man personally offended by joy itself.
When did you put it here?
Yesterday before I left, sir.
The janitor. It must have been the janitor. He probably threw it out when he was cleaning up in here. Send in the janitor. I'm gonna get to the bottom of this. I will not tolerate this kind of behavior at Channel 8. This is a business, not a home for irresponsible puss brains.
Then there's Cooney, the karate instructor who runs Wheel of Fish. He's here for one reason: to yell at contestants for making bad life choices. And in a movie this weird, he fits right in.
The box! The box!
Nothing! Absolutely nothing! Stupid! You're so stupid!
UHF is an all-you-can-eat buffet of chaos, fake ads, parodies, pratfalls, and moments so strange you can't stop smiling. Sadly, it flopped. Because it opened against Batman, Indiana Jones, Honey, I Shrunk the Kids, and Lethal Weapon 2. That's like trying to sell lemonade next to a free beer tent, but time was kind. Late-night cable and VHS tapes turned UHF into a cult classic. People quote it, cosplay it, and yes, there's an actual Spatula City out there.
Spatula City! Spatula City! A giant warehouse of spatulas for every occasion. Thousands to choose from in every shape, size, and color. And because we eliminate the middleman, we can sell all our spatulas factory direct to you. Where do you go when you want to buy name brand spatulas at a fraction of retail cost? Spatula City! Spatula City!
Humanity, you've outdone yourself. In the end, Terry gets her happy ending, Pamela gets her anchor desk, and the rest of the guys? They're probably still chasing poodles through traffic. UHF is dumb. Gloriously, unapologetically dumb. But it's also warm, strange, and completely its own thing. And in a summer of sequels and safe bets, it dared to be different.